So guys, you're welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making an easy chiffon cake, and to make this recipe I have some whole milk, egg yolks, sugar, which I divided in two. We have the self-raising flour, some cream of tartar, egg whites, salt, and some oil, and then the flavorings. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just to try to make this fast. I'm going to pour the egg white into the mixer for it to start mixing and whipping up. Then I'll add in the cream of tartar, and the sugar. Then I put this down and then I allow this to whisk. Okay, so we'll start making the rest of the cake. I had to take out the mixer out so the noise can allow me speak, so it's beating in another place, the egg white. So while that is whisking or whipping up, we're going to start making the base of the chiffon. So over here I have the parchment paper, and I just like to weigh my ingredients out on the parchment paper so it can be easy for me to transfer things. So what I'll do now is I'll take this self-raising flour, pour this into the sieve, pour in our sugar. Okay, all the dry ingredients, this is the time to put everything. So we put in the salt, and then gently we'll start to whisk this, because we want to aerate the flour and the sugar so that the cake can be very fluffy. Because this is a chiffon cake, and the chiffon cake is a type of a sponge cake, but instead of using butter, which sponge cakes use, or even no butter at all, we are using oil, because the oil makes the cake more moist. And if you do that, the cake has more stability and it doesn't feel very dry like the rest of the other types of sponge cakes. So that is just one good thing that chiffon cakes have. So we'll just push this, push this, push this. And when I finish pushing, the rest that I have here, the leftover sugar, I'll still pour it in here because I don't want to lose any sugar. So I have this, and then I'll set this aside. Okay, now this is the time for us to start making the cake. So what I'll do now is, let me put this so that we can have some space. Good. So what I'll do now is, over here, I'll add in the egg yolks. Pour in the egg yolks into your mixing bowl. And the thing about making sponge cakes is, if you want a good sponge cake, you have to have some patience and you have to learn how to fold. Once you whisk, it will deflate the batter and you will not have a sponge cake. Okay, I'll move this over to the side. So we have the egg yolks in the bowl. I'll then add in the oil into the bowl also. Mix this together. I'll put this away aside. Okay. Then I'll then take in some of our vanilla flavoring to add into the egg yolks. Then we whisk this together. Good. So now that we have this, I'll then, after mixing this, we'll then add in the milk into the egg yolks. whisk everything together. Before then, taking our sifted flour, and I'll pour this into the egg yolks. The sifted flour and sugar, put everything together. Okay. That smells amazing. This parchment paper, I'll still use it for lining the cake pan, so don't discard this. So it's going to serve two purposes. So we'll just stir this together. And it will be very thick. It will be a very thick batter, but you don't have to worry, because we're still going to lighten this batter using the whipped egg whites. So this is what we have after mixing it. It's quite thick. Just scrape this out. Okay. So I tried not to whisk it more so that it doesn't get tough, because the more we whisk the flour with the liquid, the gluten has tendency to form, and we don't want that. So I'll just leave this to rest. I'll check on the egg white to see if it's ready. So guys, the egg white has whipped up, and this is what we have. This is a stiff pick, and it's like shaving cream. I'll then start folding the egg white into the batter. We'll then start working. Take this just a little bit, pour it over the batter. Gently you fold. As you're folding, you're turning your bowl. You fold, you turn, you fold, you turn, you fold, you turn, okay? I'll add more. Gently. We'll just pour this gently into the prepared pan. And then pour into this one. So this, before we pop this into the oven, just tap it once. And this is to break out the air bubbles, and then we'll put this in the oven to bake for about 35 to 40 minutes, okay? See you. So after about 35 minutes, the cakes are baked and out of the oven. When I touch this, it springs back, and this is very good. I turn the cake onto plates, and you can see the parchment paper is stuck to the bottom of the cake. So gently you just peel this out or peel it away from the cake, and this parchment paper really helps the cake not to stick. You can see the beautiful cake we have right here is so soft and it looks amazing. So guys, this is the beauty we have. The sponge cake, the chiffon cake, and it's amazing. They are super soft. This is the bottom of the cake and this is the top of the cake. So I will decorate these cakes later on, but I have to allow them to cool down, come to room temperature. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please do give it a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hope to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.